This is my favorite video. Oh, hello everyone. Today's video is a very special video, and since it's based on a topic I've struggled with over a long period of time, and now finally I've gained some insights towards learning how to exercise control over my mind and manage it better towards being more productive and focused in the most adverse of the situations. So today I'll be sharing with you 5 ways and techniques that I use and I practice it almost every day to keep my mind sane and healthy and to keep my inner world in balance and positive and at peace. So the related links I've shared in the description below. You can check them out and find out what works out for you. So here are the 5 ways that I use to maintain peace of mind while doing good work. So the first one is Anapan. Ever since I've known Anapan, it has been a lifesaver for me. Daily 10 minutes meditation of Anapan gives me immense peace and stability from within, and that peace and stability becomes my most precious reserve throughout the day. So there have been times when I used to do Anapan Vipassana for straight 2 to 3 hours, and that used to get me through some really exhausting days and mentally exhausting tasks. Anapan works like panacea, really. I mean, the only requirement is that you do it with dedication and consistency. So once you are consistent with doing Anapan, you will find that it really gradually slips that sense of stability, peace, and calmness in all other aspects of life as well. Not just those few minutes that you're doing Anapan. You'll gradually be able to expand it out to other areas of your life as well. Second one is PMR, Progressive Muscular Relaxation or Yoga. So just like Anapan, these are also two exercises that have been proven methods that can bring you long-term peace and mental stability if done with consistency, just like Anapan. So there's a high possibility that not everything will work out for everyone. So that is the reason why you'll have to do it yourself and find out that what works out for you. You might have to mix and match different things and different approaches, and then finally you might find out that what is the best possible way for you to get mental peace. So the third one is gratitude journaling. This is one of the most rewarding activities of my entire day because there is a sense of strength in truly acknowledging and thanking the universe for all that you already have. And I know it's difficult initially because we tend to exaggerate our problems and into something very huge, but we always, and at the same time we tend to overlook the good part or the good things, and it takes effort. It's true that it will take efforts, but if you try to work towards it, it's definitely possible, and it will make you feel so good about yourself and about your entire day, and it will really be a perspective changer. So I use an app called Presently, and it has customizable options for daily reminders. I'll put the link in the description below and you can go ahead and check it out. This app makes me think about the good stuff which happened through the day and consciously try to find out those even tiny things. If they are small also, it will be fine, but I just try to find out the good things that happened and count them down so that I have the good stuff to hold on to throughout the day. which happened through the day, even if there's a lot of negative stuff. And the most important part is that the state of true gratitude arrives when you realize how unaware you were of the abundance that is already existing in your life. And we sometimes tend to diminish the positives or minimize the achievements and see them in a low light in our life, and this happens with me a lot. So but when we hit the rock bottom and there's nowhere else to go, then there's only one place left to go, right? We to go up, and that is how one gets to realize that what we had already taken for granted while focusing on just the shortcomings and failures were actually things that are precious people or precious times, precious memories, and precious things maybe of our life. And it's only then that we can truly tap into that infinite abundance of the universe that we already possess, and we think that it is somewhere else, somewhere outside. We tend to chase around it everywhere, but that's not true. We realize after a time of when you start being grateful about what you already have, you realize that you already have all that you need. Fourth one is daily journaling. This is really the most liberating and relaxing activity in the entire day. I taught myself how to write down things and how to pen down whatever I'm feeling or whatever I'm thinking or whatever happened through that day and whatever influenced me or anything that I feel like writing. It is really very relaxing thing, and it's a time-taking process to find out your own way of journaling. For me, it took me around almost an year to figure out what kind or what way of journaling works out for me. Initially, when I was not, I didn't even like it. But yeah, with time it works out, and in the long run, it helps a lot in staying calm and peaceful, and it brings in a lot of clarity of mind. So that is something that I would really recommend you if you are looking for a long-term solution to having some peace of mind and stability. The fifth one is something that I call casual mindfulness. In the last 3 to 4 years specifically, have been most transformative and sort of fulfilling for me. To reach and sustain a state of casual mindfulness, I think it's basically it starts from a point or a level of self-awareness. And in my case, Anapan has really worked out very well for me. Anapan has been that one constant compass which has guided me to a certain level of self-awareness and mindfulness. So after that, practice is all that really matters. Having a consistent practice session will really help you to deconstruct your ego. And ego is almost ego can be understood as something which is like we build walls around ourselves, and through these walls we tend to protect ourselves from our fears or the dangers of the world or everything inside a belief system that we consider might damage us. And from deconstructing the ego, we can go till reconstructing ourselves in a mindful manner through these 5 practices. So thank you so much for watching this video, and do check out these methods and the related links. I have put them in the description. Go ahead and check them out, and I'll be waiting for your response in the comment section to know which activities worked out for you and which ones were difficult or easy, and how did you find them, what was your experience and everything. So See you soon, and see you in the next video, the part 2 video that I'll be making soon.